Welcome to our short stories. Sit back and enjoy a brief tale crafted just for you, filled with rich vocabulary and elegant phrasing. BYE, Boost Your English, Episode 9, The Restaurant. Hello, and welcome back to BYE, Boost Your English. After a week of hard work at the office, it was time to relax. The best way to build a good rapport with a new colleague is often over a good meal. In this episode, we're focusing on vocabulary for social arrangements, restaurant etiquette, and getting around London's famous tube. Let's join Élise and me as we choose a place for dinner. On Friday afternoon, as we were finishing up, I decided to be bold and ask Élise out. I said, "Élise, I'm starving and I need to catch up on some proper conversation. Are you willing to get rid of your evening plans and grab a bite with me?" She laughed and said, "I'm pretty much free. What did you have in mind?" I suggested we try some place upmarket near the centre. She immediately agreed, saying she was happy to change her mind about ordering a takeaway and that she was looking forward to seeing a different landscape than our small cubicle. We decided that getting there by tube was the most straightforward option. We needed a place that was worth the effort, so we used a map to drill down into some famous London eateries. I suggested a classic English spot first. How about Rules? It's famous for traditional British cuisine and has a real historic charm. You would get off at Covent Garden Station on the Piccadilly line. It's definitely nothing to be sniffed at. Élise preferred something with more international flair, so she suggested we head to Soho. "I've heard the food near Makers and Merchants is phenomenal," she said. "We can get there by getting off at Leicester Square Station on the Northern or Piccadilly line. The area is also quite lively." I shrugged my shoulders and agreed to Soho. It was a good compromise. I made a quick reservation on the phone for 8:30 p.m. I promised to meet her straight after changing clothes at home. I was relieved I didn't give up on the idea. We took the tube, and it was a straightforward ride. When we arrived at the restaurant, the facade was gorgeous. The interior had soft, warm lighting and quiet jazz music playing in the background, which created a fantastic ambience. The noise level was low, so we could talk easily. We didn't choose our table. We were seated by the host near a large window, which gave us a great view of the street. The waiter brought the menus. We started with the starter. Élise and I split a bowl of clam chowder. For the main course, I ordered the grilled fish, and Élise chose a lamb dish. As we ate, she complimented the chef, saying, "The flavors in this sauce blend perfectly. This is the bottom line of great cooking." Finally, we looked at the dessert menu. I couldn't resist the chocolate lava cake. When the waiter brought the bill, I took care of it. After paying with my card, I made sure to leave a generous tip on the table, as is customary here in London. Élise thanked me profusely for the treat. It was a truly insightful evening that solidified our friendship. We talked about everything: our lives back home, the differences between French and British office culture, and her initial lack of progress with the local bureaucracy. She admitted that on her first day, she was totally caught off guard by the speed of conversation. I told her not to be hard on herself. Everyone finds English difficult at a glance, but consistent effort is the key. I also confessed that I was head over heels with the food. Key vocabulary and expressions explained. Rapport, a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or groups concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well. For example, the team developed an excellent rapport after working together on the project. To catch up, to talk to someone whom one has not seen for some time in order to find out what they have been doing. For example, "Let's have a coffee this afternoon so we can catch up properly." Upmarket, relatively expensive and designed to appeal to affluent consumers. For example, they opened a new upmarket boutique in the town centre. Eatery, a restaurant or other place where people can buy and eat food. For example, London is full of fantastic little eateries serving food from all over the world. Nothing to be sniffed at, something that is good enough to be accepted or considered seriously, even if it is not perfect. For example, a 10% pay rise is definitely nothing to be sniffed at. Ambience, the character and atmosphere of a place. For example, the dim lighting and soft music gave the restaurant a very romantic ambience. Starter, a small dish served before the main part of a meal. For example, "For my starter, I think I will have the soup of the day." Main course, the primary and most substantial dish of a meal. For example, "I am having the roast beef for my main course." Bill, a printed or written statement of the money owed for goods or services in a restaurant. For example, "Waiter, could we have the bill, please?" Tip, a small sum of money given to someone, such as a waiter, for performing a service. For example, "We left a generous tip because the service was absolutely exceptional." Head over heels, deeply infatuated or intensely enthusiastic about something or someone. For example, He fell head over heels in love with the city during his first visit. Straightforward, uncomplicated, easy to do, or easy to understand. For example, the registration process on the website was very straightforward. To drill down, to look at or examine something in much greater detail. For example, the market analysts need to drill down into the latest consumer data. The bottom line, the most important fact or the ultimate deciding factor in a situation. For example, the bottom line is that if we do not reduce production costs, the company will not survive. Caught off guard, surprised or taken unawares by an unexpected event or question. For example, the politician was caught off guard by the journalist's direct question. That concludes our social engagement lesson. We've covered everything from being willing to make plans to describing food with flair. Remember, effective communication is key to all success, professional or personal. The comments are now open on YouTube, so please feel free to share your reactions, ideas, and requests in the spirit of mutual respect. Thank you for tuning into BYE, and I look forward to guiding your English boost in the next episode. Keep boosting your English. Bye for now.